I know, the Nike Vaporfly 3 is the best Vaporfly ever made, but it might not be the best racer. Today, we're setting the stage for an epic showdown between two titans of the track, the Hoka Carbon X3 and the Nike Vaporfly 3. Will the Rocky challenge the daddy? Let's find out. Now, when you hear about a full-length carbon-plated racing shoe for just $180, you might think it's too good to be true. But Hoka has done something remarkable here. While it may not be the first pick for long-distance runners, the Carbon X3 brings a lot to the table. Remember the Carbon X2? It was a solid shoe, but let's be honest, it wasn't a showstopper. Many runners found it too narrow, lacking in energy return and propulsion. Enter the Carbon X3, a complete game-changer. The most significant upgrade? The upper. Hoka has ditched the traditional mesh in favor of a sleek, knitted upper. Think the comfort of a lifestyle shoe like the Ultra Boost 22, but ready for serious racing. But that's not all. The midsole has seen a major revamp too, with the introduction of ProFly X, a supercritical foam that's been making waves in the running world. You've seen it in Skechers, Brooks, and New Balance, and now Hoka is joining the party. This isn't just about keeping up with the trends, it's about pushing boundaries and setting new standards. Weighing in at 8.5 ounces or 241 grams, the Carbon X3 is slightly heavier than its predecessor, but it maintains the same stack height, 32mm to 27mm, giving you that sweet 5mm heel-to-toe drop. And guess what? It's still priced the same as last year's model. Talk about value. Now, let's shift gears to the Nike Vaporfly 3, the reigning champ, the daddy of all races. If you've been to any race in the last 3 years, you've seen them. They're everywhere, and for good reason. The Vaporfly 3 is a marvel of engineering. Weighing a feather-light 6.5 ounces for a men's US 9, it's astonishingly light considering its 40mm heel and 32mm forefoot stack. But what's really exciting about the Vaporfly 3 is the fine-tuning Nike has done. It's got 2mm more foam and 2mm less outsole rubber than the Vaporfly 2, making it lighter by 0.1 ounces. That's right, folks. Every gram counts when you're racing against the clock. Now, let's talk money. The Vaporfly's price tag is heftier than the Hoka Carbon X3, but with marathon shoes typically ranging from $200 to $275, the Vaporfly 3's $250 price feels about right. You're not just buying a shoe, you're investing in cutting-edge technology, a lineage of performance, and yes, a bit of that Nike magic. But what's it like on your feet? The first run in the Vaporfly 3 is something special. It's quick, it's nimble, and it's surprisingly cushy, more so than its predecessors. There's a softer feel underfoot, especially in the forefoot area, which might take a bit of the snap away, but it adds in comfort and stability. This increased stability quickly made the Vaporfly 3 my all-time favorite among Nike racers. And it's not just about speed. The Vaporfly 3 is a friendlier beast. It's more accommodating for those of us without a perfect neutral foot strike, thanks to its wider base. This makes a huge difference in cornering and stability, especially noticeable during longer runs or when you're not pushing the pace too hard. But it's not all about what's new. The Vaporfly 3 also retains all the qualities that made its predecessors great. The responsive Zoom X foam, the efficient carbon fiber plate, and the sleek aerodynamic design. So, is the Vaporfly 3 worth its price tag? Does it stand up to the challenge posed by the likes of the Hoka Carbon X3? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the world of high-performance racing shoes, and maybe, just maybe, find that extra gear you didn't know you had. This is Run IQ, where we're more than just shoe reviews. We're a community of runners passionate about finding that perfect stride. As we draw our running shoe showdown to a close, it's time to weigh in on the pros and cons of the Hoka Carbon X3 and the Nike Vaporfly 3. Both shoes have made a mark in the racing world, but they cater to different runners' needs. Final verdict. I prefer the Vaporfly because of its fantastic performance, but both shoes have their strengths. So, which shoe should you lace up for your next race? If you're budget conscious, but still want a shoe that can handle the rigors of long-distance running with comfort and stability, the Hoka Carbon X3 is a fantastic choice. It's a shoe that brings high-end features down to a more accessible price point. On the other hand, if you're all about chasing that podium finish and want every advantage you can get, and don't mind spending a bit more, the Nike Vaporfly 3 is your go-to. It's a shoe built for speed, efficiency, and breaking records. I would love to hear what you think. Do you agree or disagree? Let me know, and I will reply. If you want to see an illegally fast model from Adidas, watch this video next. Thanks for joining us on Run IQ, where the race never ends and the search for the perfect running shoe goes on. Remember, it's not just about the shoe, it's about how you run in them. Happy running, everyone.